I want to talk about casual games for for all consoles because a lot of people tend to look at them badly. Like, oh, we want hardcore games. Like, look at the Nintendo Wii that has nothing but casual games, and everyone keeps saying I want a hardcore Nintendo game on the Wii. Well, that's not gonna happen because they want the casual market. As you already know, I mean, I bet you guys already picked this up, but like, I don't think we need hardcore gaming anymore. I think hardcore gaming is gonna die out in the future. I don't think it's gonna last for a while. And the typical reason is because of money, but also I find myself getting bored of the hardcore games. I mean, like most of the games that are out now are just too generic. Like for me, I found Call of Duty 4 to be far too generic for me to actually enjoy that game the way it should be. Uh, like you can argue with me all you want, but it just got really generic for me, and it just got to the point where I just didn't want to play anymore because I had the sense of deja vu, like I've been here before. Not because of the setting, it's just because it's a first person shooter. I've played so many first person shooters, and it just seems to blend in with the whole crowd. I mean, the only first person shooter I could think of that stands out is Resistance 2. I know there's Killzone 2, but that's still a generic shooter, and you can't really deny that statement because it is. I mean, yeah, it looks really good and it plays good, but it just looks generic. It's just a generic first-person shooter with just great visuals and unique gameplay. That doesn't really stand out. I mean, yeah, it's the first one that has a cover system, but that doesn't really make it the best first-person shooter that's unique and original. Because I've seen many games that take their genre to a whole new perspective. Like, take for instance, Metal Gear Solid 4. That game is a stealth action game. It's stealth. And look what happened to it. It's not. It focuses on much more. It opens up the doorway. It's more open-ended in a way, in a sense. It's just more entertaining to play that game than I do with any other game. And this is also apparent in Gears of War. I don't care what you think, but I find Gears of War 2 to be very bland, generic, and it was just kind of been there, done that. I don't need to continue. I didn't even need to beat the game, but I did though. I beat the game, but I just after I beat the game, it felt like I didn't need to understand everything. The gameplay itself is just so. It's a good gameplay. I'm not gonna say the gameplay is horrible. It's just the same. I know that it's like a sequel, and I know it's asking a lot for them to change the gameplay because it's kind of hard to change something that's there's no other button to change it to, but. Like, it's just everything within the game, like the way they set everything up is just the same as Gears of War 1. Take cover, pop and shoot. That gameplay's been in Gears of War 1, and Gears of War 2, I honestly thought there'd be something more to it than just the same thing, but I was wrong. It's just new weapons, and the new weapons aren't really. I don't really like the new weapons. I still find myself using the Lancer, I still find myself using the shotgun. And I still use the Magnum. I don't really see myself using any of the newer guns. I mean, they fixed the hammer burst, I think it's called, but other than that, I still find myself using the typical generic Gears of War 1 weapons in Gears of War 2. And when I resort to that, there's something wrong with the game. Granted, in MGS4, you're still using the same guns, like you're using the M9 still, but it's called something else. But at least I can do different things to them every time I get. Instead of me just using the same gun, I can CQC them. I can just dodge them all together. Gears of War is a typical shooter, which makes me want to use new guns, but the new guns don't really interest me. The new handgun they have in Gears of War 2, I just don't like it that much. I mean, it's a good one, but I find myself using Magnum more because it's more powerful and it has more stopping power. So I find hardcore gaming to be a dying breed. I don't think it's going to be here for too long. I think within a few years from now, we're going to see nothing but casual gaming. Let's look at the 360. I mean, they changed their interface to the new Xbox experience, which does looks a lot like the Me channel from Nintendo's Wii. But just look at where they're going. They're not going. They're not. They're going to a more casual base. all the games they've been getting lately have been casual games. Like, they've been focusing on casual games. Unlike Sony, which is still stuck in hardcore gaming. I mean, there's still some casual games on the PlayStation 3 you could find, but it's still pushing out the hardcore titles. But soon after that, we're not going to see any hardcore titles after that. We're going to see casual gaming. I mean, we'd see some hardcore titles here and there, but I still think casual gaming is going to evolve as a whole, and we're not going to see hardcore gaming anymore. We're going to see a lot of casual games. If for good or for bad, I think it's decent because I find myself enjoying casual games as well. So it's not a complete loss, but I don't really see hardcore gaming pushing the limits. So I could be wrong. I really do hope I am wrong in this one, but I do think hardcore gaming is going to be pushed out of the side, and I think casual gaming will be the new norm for video gaming. Because I could picture next console cycle we're going to see a lot of casual software and hardware being pushed out from all three companies than actual hardcore titles. The only company I see pushing hardcore titles would be Capcom maybe, but their titles have been lacking everything so far. Like, just look at Resident Evil 5 and Devil May Cry 4, the two games that they dropped the ball on. So pretty much what happens happens, and I do think the casual market will expand faster than the hardcore market would like to see. I do like hardcore gaming. I play hardcore games, but I don't think it's gonna last as long as people think. PC gaming will also die as well with hardcore gaming. Not this year, not next year, but it will eventually, and it'll be a sad day for gaming because we need those hardcore games. We need PC gaming, but all that's gonna die out within the few years to come. I do think I'm wrong, but the way things are going, I think we're not too far from that kind of future because just like as I said, just look at Microsoft's campaign, look at Microsoft's new interface. If that does not look like it's for casual gaming, then I must have missed something because I'm pretty sure the new Xbox experience does look a lot like something that the casual market would enjoy. So that's pretty much it. I don't think hardcore gaming will last as much as it will. Casual gaming will just take and consume the market. See you next time.